you gotta do with that?
Can I get a Crunchwrap Supreme with beans instead of beef and fresco style? I think that's it.
There you go.
Thank you. By replacing the 4 ounces of beef with beans, I just saved 616 gallons of water. By holding the 4 ounces of cheese, I just saved 224 gallons of water. That's a total of 840 gallons of water saved. 4 ounces of beef contains 29 grams of protein, and 4 ounces of beans comes in close at 25 grams of protein. Vegan food can be expensive, but it doesn't have to be. Ordering vegan at fast food places, while can be challenging, can actually turn out to be less expensive than other meat-based options. In St. Croix Falls, we actually have many options for vegan food. We have an entire restaurant titled The Vegetarian, we have other restaurants with vegan options like Panda King, Poco Loco, and we have many vegan-friendly grocery stores like Marketplace and Fine Acres Market. Well, you don't have to, but here's why you should consider at least limiting your consumption. If cattle alone could create their own country, it would rank in 3rd place for the world's largest greenhouse gas emitters behind China and the United States. The agricultural sector, releasing 13% of total global emissions, is the world's 2nd largest greenhouse gas emitter, after the energy sector, which includes power generation and transportation. There are 2 main greenhouse gases that animal agriculture releases into the atmosphere: carbon and methane. Carbon, being the most abundant greenhouse gas, is released in a multitude of ways. For example, the burning of Costa Rican rainforests to produce beef for 1 hamburger emits 165 pounds of carbon to the atmosphere. In comparison, the typical American car in one day emits a total of 7 pounds in the atmosphere. According to this statement, an average American would have to drive for 25 days to emit the same amount of carbon that 1 hamburger emits. Methane traps heat over 20 times more efficiently than carbon dioxide. Livestock are the #1 source of methane worldwide from human activities, according to the Environmental Protection Agency. Overall, beef production releases 20 times more greenhouse gases into the atmosphere per edible unit protein than plant-based protein sources. Raising animals for food uses a lot of resources, especially land, water, and food. 25% of the Earth's land, excluding Antarctica, is used for raising livestock. Not only do these practices occupy land, they also destroy it. According to the United Nations Food and Agricultural Organization, cattle ranching is the leading cause of forest destruction in Latin America. The amount of land needed to feed an individual who eats meat for a year is about 3¼ acres, which is almost 20 times as much as an individual who follows a plant-based diet, who only needs 1/6 of an acre. Moving on to water usage, animal products leave behind a much larger water footprint than crops. The amount of water needed to produce 1 pound of broccoli is 65 gallons, while the amount of water to produce 1 pound of steak is 2,464 gallons. Food that could potentially be fed to humans is used to feed livestock instead. If all the grain fed to the livestock in the US were consumed by people instead, nearly 800 million people could be fed. With large animals comes large amounts of waste. The amount of waste produced by 1 cow is equal to the amount of waste created by 16 humans. A dairy farm with 2,500 cows produces the same amount of waste as the entire population of Minneapolis. Their waste is filled with methane, and as figures show, methane is one of the worst greenhouse gases in regards to trapping in heat and warming the planet. With the rise in human population comes the rise of livestock population, which is expected to double by 2050. This means the emission from livestock will also double. There must be an effective strategy replacing livestock products with a better alternative. When applied to the average American diet in 2009, a scenario which cut people's meat, dairy, fish, and egg consumption in half reduced per person land usage and agricultural greenhouse gas emissions by nearly 50%. Our food choices impact more than just our taste buds. Next time you go to eat a meal, try opting for more plant-based options. The earth will thank you.